In this video, I'll give an overview of the Rill MCP server. I'm sure you're using AI to ask a lot of questions about your life, but now using this server, you can ask questions of your business data as well. So let's confirm here that we have Rill's MCP server available. And yes, we have these tools, which are effectively Rill APIs that are available for Claude Desktop to hit. Now I'll show you how it works. I'll write a question that hits one of our example Rill projects. So we have one example project that's all about GitHub Analytics. And here I've actually added a GitHub repository that's a bit meta. It's one about the Model Context Protocol example servers. So here, this is just a natural question about my data and natural language question about my data, and we'll see how Claude does. So Claude is going through an analysis loop here that it's doing because we've prompted it so in the MCP server. It's understanding what data is available to it. It's listing out the Rill metrics views. It's getting specific measures and dimensions for the target metrics view. Here, the one of interest is this one about the MCP server's GitHub commits. It's understanding the time range of the data set, and now it's running through a bunch of different queries to understand this data set better. So Claude is really going to town here, asking a bunch of different questions about the data set. We can audit the queries it's running and see the responses that are coming back. And we can really watch it work here. Okay, so it did its analysis and has kind of a top level answer as what's going on in this GitHub repo. What's great is that it's not only giving us numbers in return, but it's giving us kind of it's telling us about this and something that's really easy to consume. So this is, on its own, this is very cool that it can give us this kind of response, but let's go a little bit further. So this is our first question here, which is about kind of an overview of the data set. But let's say we know this data set well and want to ask a bit of a harder question, a bit of a nuanced question. So here I have a second question that is a common analysis of a time-wise dimensional comparison. So compare the month of May to prior months. Which part of the code base had the biggest uptick in activity? So Claude will not have to start its analysis loop from the beginning. It already knows the metrics views available. It knows what measures and dimensions are available, so it can get right into asking, hitting the Rill query APIs. We can, again, if we want to audit what it's doing, we can look at this and see what specific queries it's asking, it's issuing. This is Claude's really gone above and beyond here, asking a bunch of it's important work. It's doing a bunch of different cuts of the data, looking at different dimensional cuts, and ultimately it's doing a final one here with what it thinks is interesting. So here it's giving us a very detailed comparison of what happened in May versus in previous months. Looks like there's changes in, what file types, there's more documentation, markdown work that's happening in May. TypeScript, so this is like in this repo, this is the actual example servers. It looks like they're working less on the example servers, but they're doing more work on documentation right now. I'll end by touching on why we think this Rill MCP server is so good. Well, really, there are two main reasons. First, it's built on the Rill metrics layer, which provides a great abstraction on which Claude can issue queries. It's not issuing raw SQL, which is probably more error prone, but instead it's able to work with kind of a structured curated metrics layer. And second, it's powered by Rill's fast OLAP engines. So one of the things that makes Rill's dashboard so great is their real-time responsiveness. And that's all because we're using powerful databases under the hood. And those powerful databases are able to serve these natural language queries in real time. So Claude is able to really power through a bunch of different kind of analysis investigations, and those API results are coming back quickly, and so Claude can react and do a lot of exploration. So yeah, we can't wait for you to get into this and try it out. We've had a lot of holy shit moments ourselves when we've first been playing with this, so we're excited for you to have those moments as well.